Bah, 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 bah. Bitch, I'm a black sheep. I don't give a fuck, ho.
My new bitch look like Halle Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch fun like Jackie Brown. I wanna know but she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe.
What's up? It's your girl Killer K, and I'm back with another video. And today we having a drink. It's pretty outside. I haven't sat down and had a drink with y'all in some months now, so y'all finna get it today. Now in today's video, we're gonna get into some real life topics that I experience on a daily basis, and it's really just about being the black sheep. Being the black sheep of the family, being the black sheep of your friend group, just being the one who's outside of the box, one who doesn't conform to the norms of society, or just being a chosen one. All of these things are consistent upon being a black sheep, being an outsider, being different. I'm here to tell you to embrace being a black sheep, okay, baby? First of all, who the hell wants to be like everybody else anyway? Who the hell wants to follow the crowd? Who the hell wants to be like everybody else? Like, I have always been the one to think outside the box. I've always been the one who's creative within my family, the one who just never really gave a fuck. I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I moved how I wanted to move. I said what I needed to say, regardless of whether somebody agreed with me or not. I have always been the one to stand on how I feel, and a lot of people cannot handle that. I'm the firstborn out of all of my siblings, and on my mom's side, I had 2 sisters and 1 brother, and I was the oldest of all 4 of us. I was the most dark-skinned of all 4 of us. My mom treated me the worst of all 4 of us. I never really got to live like a normal childhood. I think I suffered from the most sexual assault as a kid. I don't think, or I haven't discovered that any of my other brothers and sisters were, you know, subject to that or exposed to that. But by me being the oldest and my mom having me at 18, she kind of like dropped the ball when it came to me on certain situations. But even in all of that, I always was the one who was confident. I always was the one who, you know, self-advocated for me. Like, I didn't have anybody to take up for me. I didn't have anybody to stick up for me. I didn't have anybody to like speak up for me. I always spoke up for myself. And it's crazy because I've talked through this through therapy, and I worked through my issues, but even just talking about it now, it still brings up old emotions. And I've had conversations with my mom about certain things that happened in my life that were the cause of her, like, you know, being young and leaving me with people who weren't the best people to watch me, or the best, you know, adult figures, or she just left me around people who were not safe. And in that, I had to endure a lot of things that I shouldn't have had to go through as a child, and I carried that with me as an adult. I left my mom's house early when I was 17. I was an angry girl. I have felt like I was just out here alone by myself. Nobody understood what I was going through. Nobody really cared, or I felt like nobody cared. So I just did what the fuck I wanted to do. And at this point, I just live by that anyway. Like, I don't want to be like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. I'm comfortable with who I am, and I know that I'm a chosen one. God chose me to carry all of the burdens that I've carried, just so I can help others not have to carry those burdens alone. I know that I'm a chosen one because I speak on what's real. I don't bite my tongue when something is wrong. I speak up for what's right. And sometimes that can ruffle people's feathers when they just want to live in lies. They're comfortable with being in denial. They don't like being called out on their shit. And I'm the one to call you out on your shit. And for that, people don't like me for it. People can't handle it. People think I'm being mean or nasty when I'm really just speaking the truth. And the truth hurts. So if you're ever in a situation where you feel like people are getting upset with you because you tell the truth, you're just gonna always have to accept the fact that you are a truth teller, and there's nothing wrong with telling the truth. Especially if you're telling the truth about something that can be changed for the better, especially if you're telling the truth on how someone hurt you or how others are hurting others, and you see it and you call it out. You're not a bully, you're not fake, you're not just out here living in denial about anything. people hate that about you because they can't do that for themselves. God has put a calling on your life, and everybody else can't understand why you're so different from the rest. Throughout all of the hardships that I've had in life, throughout all of the violations that I experienced in life, it didn't break me. I didn't give up. I didn't, hate myself. I didn't just, completely just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna go out on the deep end and just be a bad person. I was never like that. I always continued to push through. I always continued to be happy. I just always just felt like it was no need to dwell on what I couldn't change. All I could do was just become better from the situations that I experienced. And everybody's not like me, and everybody won't be like you when you're the black sheep of the family. I am, like, from out of all of my family members, I think I'm the only one who's actively and okay with telling my truth. Like, I'm a dancer. I don't hide that from anybody. Or I'll scratch that. I was a dancer, and I didn't hide that from anybody. I lived in my truth. I wasn't ashamed. I did what the hell I wanted to do because I was getting money and I was taking care of me and mine because nobody else was doing it for us. And even outside of dancing, my way of thinking was always different from everybody else's. Like, I don't want to conform into just one set religion. I feel like I'm a very, very spiritual person. I feel like God isn't within me. So I wasn't the one who just always followed the beaten path. I always was in my own lane when it came to, being religious or spiritual. I always had my own opinions. I always questioned things around me or what we were being taught. I sometimes felt like the Bible that we were reading in church when I was younger, it had too many instances where I had to, like, question certain things. Like, from where I'm sitting, the Bible was created by white men, and they used that Bible to keep slaves in line, and I still feel that way. So to say that I'm not gonna say that I don't believe in God, because I absolutely do. But at the same time, a lot of the stuff that's in the Bible now, I don't completely agree with, and I felt like I didn't have a problem voicing those opinions. I just stayed in my own lane, and I did what felt true to me. I followed what felt true to me. So whatever that might be, I still stand on my 10 toes when I say I'm a spiritual person and not a religious person. And that may have upset some people in my family, or that may have made them feel away, but I just really didn't give a damn. I also think differently from everybody else. I'm not just gonna go along with the norm just because that's what society tells us to do. I don't want to just work a job just to say I have a job. I don't want to just go to church just because I've been baptized, you're telling me that I'm a Christian, but at the end of the day, certain things that's in the Bible I just completely don't agree with. I feel like sometimes the stuff that we read in the Bible is catered to the white man, using that as a weapon to, keep slaves in line. And I always felt that way. So I'm more of a spiritual person than a religious person, and that kind of caused me to be, on a path of my own. Like, everybody else just was a sheep. They followed the herd, and I was always going away from that. I did go through trials and tribulations silently that I never expressed to them until we got older. And I just felt like the odd man out all the time. I also feel like me being the firstborn of my 3 siblings in my mom's house, I always felt like by me being the one that came out first, and I was of a darker complexion, my mom is of a fairer complexion, and my 3 other siblings are of fairer complexion, I feel like I got the most mistreatment growing up. I feel like I was talked to in the worst ways. I feel like when I tried to express myself, it went unheard. When I tried to, just venture out and do my own thing, it wasn't respected. And I always equated that to me being darker than everybody else. And let me just say this, my skin color is perfect for me. I have never had an issue with me being dark skinned. If other people had an issue with it, that had nothing to do with me. I am happy with the way God made me, but I sometimes feel like my mom played favoritism when it came to my siblings and I, and it kind of affected me as an adult, because I always was searching for, that love and that reassurance from her that I never got. And I'm here to tell you, ain't nothing wrong with being the black sheep. I don't want to be no white sheep. I'm black is power, baby. So the darker I am, the more confident I am. I've always been confident. Nobody was ever going to take that away from me, and you shouldn't let nobody else take that away from you either. If you know that you're different from your family, or you're different from your friend group, or you're just different from a lot of people in society today, that does not make you wrong. It does not make you a bad person. It actually makes you stronger. It actually shows that you're not a crowd follower. It actually shows that you're a leader, you're a boss. And when you're the chosen one, God gonna give you, he gonna put a lot on your plate, but at the end of the day, he know that you can handle it. He know you can eat it all up. He know that you gonna handle it with grace and compassion and love, and you gonna skate through life. Like, although I've had my hardships and I've had my hard times, I still have been able to remain happy. Don't get me wrong, I do have moments of depression and sadness, but at the end of the day, throughout all of that, I've never wanted to give up. I've never wanted to stay in that state. I never just wanted to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm finna end all this shit. I've never been that type of person. I never even think like that, because at the end of the day, I know that I was sent here for a purpose. And there's nothing wrong with being a black sheep, because you really just don't give a damn. Like, why would I care about the opinions of others? Their opinions don't put money in my pocket. Their opinions don't help me get to the next level. Their opinions really mean nothing to me, because at the end of the day, I still get shit done on my own. Nobody's living my life for me, and nobody's living your life for you. So even if you are the black sheep of your family, embrace that shit, because I know I do. There's nothing wrong with following your own path and marching to the beat of your own drum. That's why people really hate you on the low, sis, because you're able to do your own thing and not be fazed by what somebody else got going on. You're the chosen one because you have a strong mind. You're the chosen one because you think for yourself. You don't sit around and copy off everybody else. You don't sit around and hate on the next person. You don't sit around and just be miserable because somebody is telling you to do something that you don't want to do. You're just gonna say fuck that shit and not do it anyway. And that's how you're supposed to be. Why you want to follow the crowd? Nobody wants to do that. And if you do, you're a loser. You're not a chosen one. I'm sorry. I'm one of God's favorite, and I know it. When you're a chosen one, people hate your confidence. When you're a chosen one, people hate the way you have a light and it just shines bright, because others don't have that. Others are like so basic. I could take the most simplest thing and make it into something brilliant just off of an idea. Other people don't have that ability. When you're a chosen one or the black sheep, you're gonna always stand out. And that's, for me, I'm not mad at that. People like to come for me and say, oh, you like attention and da-da-da-da-da. And I've said this in other videos, but at the end of the day, I don't have to necessarily like it. I can't help that I get it. I get the attention because of who I am on the inside, not because of anything that I do, anything more or less. People fuck with me deep, wholeheartedly, because they can feel my genuine aura. And when you're a chosen one, you're blessed with that. When you're a chosen one, you also have the ability to see through the bullshit. Like, you can peep when somebody capping. You can peep when somebody is lying or just not being genuine, because you're so genuine and you're so real. Anything other than that is going to automatically, like, you know, send your antennas up. And when you peep other people's flawness or, you know, their fakeness or whatever, when you peep something that's not right within somebody else and you speak on it, they don't like that shit. They don't like when you call people out on their bullshit. They just don't. And for that, you're considered a chosen one. And also, when you follow the beat of your own drum, when you're a chosen one, when you're a black sheep, you're going to receive so much hate from the people closest to you. They're going to gossip about you. They're going to say the worst things to you. You're going to find yourself defending people who have no intentions on defending you when your name is getting drugged. When your name is getting drugged through the mud, they're never going to defend you, but you're the same one to defend them. So it's just like, you can't save everybody. And at the end of the day, I know that I'm a healer, I'm a helper, and I want to see everybody win. But at the end of the day, everybody doesn't have the same intentions as me. So if you're ever in that situation where you feel like you're going out of your way to help people, but they're not really having your back like they should, you have to know that they could never be you. They don't have it in them. God didn't bless them with the intuition and then the gratitude, and just like he didn't bless them to be no real ass bitch like you, sis. And in this life, you're gonna take several losses. We all go through losses. We all go through embarrassment. We all go through rejection. We all go through failure. We all go through some type of bad situation in our life, but it's how you come back from it. That's how I know that I'm chosen. It's because out of all the L's that I take and everything that's happened bad to me, or everything that's that was bad that happened in my life, I've been able to push through it with a smile on my face. Even if I didn't feel like it, even though I was really hurt, I still was able to push through and keep a smile on my face. I still was able to keep my high energy and bring light to others. So for that alone, I know that I'm chosen. Because the shit I've been through, most people would have folded a long time ago. The stuff I've been through, most people would have gave up a long time ago. So the fact that I still continue to push through and still continue to be a good person, I'm good, I'm blessed, and I'm covered. I don't care what people say about me, because you can say whatever you want about me, but I know and others know that I am a great person. That's why people are so quick to gravitate towards me. That's why so many people are quick to talk shit about me but still want to be in my presence. If I was such an angry person, if I was such a bad person, if I was such this and such that, why y'all want to be around me? I'm not searching for friends. I'm not searching for, you know, people to be around me. They're searching to be around me. I'm not doing it. It's the other way around. I'm completely okay with being alone. I'm completely okay by rocking out by myself. It's other people in my life who want to attach themselves to me but have so many ill feelings towards me. That's because you have an energy that they just want to like feed off of. They want to drain your energy, sis, and you can't let them. Like, you just really got to understand, like, people really want your vibe because you're such a great person. People really want your vibe because you're a cool ass person. You're a real ass person. You're authentic. And not everybody is living in their truth. When you're a chosen one, you tend to live in your truth. When you're a black sheep, you tend to question the shit that don't sound right. And when you question the things that don't sound right, it's because you know that it doesn't make sense. Everybody else is just going along to get along, but you're really like observing and thinking like, this don't sound right. Why are we doing this? Everybody else don't have that ability, sis. And truth be told, these people really out here insecure. All of the people who talk negatively about me or say bad things or just have any ill feelings towards me, it's really because they are projecting those feelings that they have towards themselves. They're projecting their self-hate. They're projecting their envy. They're projecting they're just loathing themselves, but they're trying to project it onto you because you don't feel that way about yourself. And you shouldn't feel that way about yourself. Like, why would you even want to think so little of yourself? Think very highly of yourself, because God did not put you here to be, He didn't put you here to be Eeyore, okay? You're not walking around sad and mopey and woe is me and complaining about everything. Now, nobody got time for that negative ass, pessimistic ass shit. But a lot of people are like that. A lot of people only see the negative. They don't want to see the good. And even when the good is staring them in their face, they're going to find a reason to still dwell on the bad. I have really mastered the art of just not giving a fuck. No, I don't care what you think of me. I'm going to do what I want to do. No, I don't care how you feel about me. I'm still going to step how I want to step. I'm going to dress how I want to dress. I'm going to do the things that I want to do in life. I'm going to hang out with who I want to hang out with. I'm going to, you know, lay down with who I want to lay down with. I'm going to make moves on my own because that's what feels right for me. I'm not living for nobody else. When you're a chosen one, you really have to have this discernment about yourself that you just don't give a damn about what anybody else thinks of you. And everybody else these days seems to just be really worried about what everybody else think, like, or worried about everybody else's opinion. Like, nobody cares about these people. These people is over here miserable and sad and mad and hurt and sick and freaking just down in the dumps. But then they'll still be the same ones to sit around and try to point out your flaws, try to point out your insecurities, try to point out your problems in life. But at the end of the day, they're going through way more problems than you, sis. So why even give a damn? They literally suffering. They suffering, but they don't want nobody to speak on it. When I speak on what I see that's an insecurity in somebody else, oh, I'm speaking on low blows, or I'm hitting below the belt. No, I'm pointing out the facts. When people talk shit about me, it's not a fact. When people talk shit about, when I talk shit about people, and it's not even talking shit, I'm just speaking on what I see. You can't tell me, oh, you don't have this, and you don't have that, and you this, and you that, and then when I turn around and start speaking on your flaws and the shit that you're lacking in, oh, you just hit them below the belt, or you just said the worst thing ever. No, you said it to me first, sis, so what we talking about? You said it to me first, sir, so huh? Like, people really have an issue with dishing out what they can't take. And I just never respected it. But at the end of the day, when you're a chosen one, and I know the ones who get me, we're here. Y'all know that these people are really just envious. Like, these people are really just upset that you shining. Regardless of whatever you have or don't have, whatever point you are at life or whatever point you're at in life, you're still okay, you're still blessed, you're still covered, you still got air in your lungs, you still can walk around this motherfucker, be fly as hell, cute as hell, fun as hell, still the life of the party, still a bad bitch, still somebody who really is out here getting money, still somebody who out here trying to elevate and hit them goals, still out here trying to be a blessing to others. People can't take that because they are not, that's not in them. They really hate that they don't got that in them. They hate that you're a chosen one, and they see that you're a chosen one before you do. They see the potential in you before you do. So you might be questioning, like, damn, where's all this hate coming from? Where's all this, like, you know, dislike coming from? But honestly, they dislike you because they ain't you. They dislike you because they can't handle what you can handle. And that's why you're a chosen one. God chose you to carry the burdens so that you can literally, like, help others. I'm a helper, I'm a healer. Like I said, like, I really believe in that. But at the same time, out of all of the helping that I do for people, out of all of the healing that I give people, those same people will turn around and give you their ass to kiss. So at this point, I'm in my I don't give a fuck era. I don't care about how anybody else feels. I don't care about what you think I should do, where you think I should be, how you think I should move. I'm gonna do what feels right for me and God. Like, regardless. So at the end of the day, I really just made this little video to just toast to you ladies, toast to you men who are chosen, toast to the black sheep. Because at the end of the day, who wants to be a follower? Not me. I follow myself. I follow God. I don't have to conform to nobody else's opinion or perception of me. I am who I am, and I stand on that. I'm glad about where I am in life, because at the end of the day, I know that God is working on a way better plan for me. My bag's finna be bigger. My looks finna be together. My kids finna be straighter and straighter and straighter. My life is getting greater. So it's just like, at the end of the day, fuck what these folks talking about. Fuck them, honestly. And I was trying to refrain from cussing, but at the end of the day, that's how I feel. Fuck them. And cheers to you for not being no fucking copycat asshole. Cheers for you for not being no follower. Cheers to you for thinking for yourself, actually having a brain of your own, actually having ideas of your own and concepts of your own. People don't have that. People are literally following the crowd because they're followers. And when you're a black sheep, you follow your own crowd, baby. So yeah, that's what this video was about. I'm gonna get up off of here and finish the rest of my wine. Y'all have a good day, and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back on the next one, okay? Yeah.